I've had a big clear out. Oh, not that you can tell, but I have. Half of the stuff that was in this unit has now gone. Apart from Her Majesty, obviously. She doesn't go anywhere, do you? Her son's been in as well tonight. Right. Anyway, went down to the recycling centre, threw a load of stuff away. Guy pulled up with a car next to me and took this out. And was just about to throw it in the skip when I say, "Is the screen smashed?" And he said, "No, it just doesn't come on. No power." So I said, "Well, do you mind if I have it?" And obviously the answer was going to be, no, he doesn't mind, because he was just about to throw it in the skip. And it's a Toshiba HD ready. I would imagine this is from about 2012. What's the date on the back? My goodness, 2013, December 2013. Okay. So I'm just looking at the screen. The screen looks fine. But let's see if his diagnosis of no power is right, because sometimes we get no backlights and people think it's got no power. Haha. And we do have power. That's a shame. Let's just see if... After all that, it is... I don't know if you can see the standby light. The standby light is on. But of course the picture isn't. So it's a backlight issue. Oh, I was rather hoping it's going to be a power supply. I was going to show you how to get the power supply up and running without using any parts. You just take one part out and it comes back on. But we've come this far. I'm not going to put a new set of backlights in it. Do you know why I'm not going to put... You may think I'm a cheapskate. Again, this TV is not really worth any pennies. It's not something that's going to be sold. It's probably just going to be used for this video and that's it. Actually, this might stay in the workshop because this has got a DVD, so it may come in handy. So I'm just going to have to find an odd 3-volt spare strip or bulb and put it in just to get it working for this particular workshop. But well, it's a shame that when he said no power, I was excited because I thought it was going to be a power supply repair, not another backlight issue. But hey ho. Okay, the back is off. Just taking some screws out. When I said earlier that the TV's in standby and I pointed at a green light, I meant the TV is on. Because green light is on, so it was on but we weren't getting a picture. That's what I meant. Red is obviously standby. Obviously. And I've just realised not only has this TV got a DVD in it, which is a bonus. Sometimes it's a bonus. But it's a full HD model, so it's the Freeview HD model. So it's worth me botching it up for the few hours a year it will get. And I can't remember if I explained, but there's a couple of reasons why. Now, what I'm going to do here, you've got to be careful here. This is where things can go badly wrong. As you can see, these are tucked over the plastic bezel here. So, oh no, they're not, they're under. That's an optical illusion. I couldn't see. So that's all right, that can come off. Sometimes they're over and people go, oh, it's a bit stiff, yank it, and then cause the issue with these, because obviously the screen is coming out and we need to take those out. So there they are, they're out. Yes, it's not worth me putting a full set in, but that's one reason why I'm not putting a full set in, because it's not something I'm going to sell on. The other reason I'm not putting a full set in is quite simply, I haven't got one. And I usually have these, buy these at 40 a time. But over the last month, the amount, and I've still got about 3 or 4 underneath this bench that need doing. So that reminds me, I must order some 32-inch backlights. Just haven't got them in stock, which is a poor show because I normally have loads of these. Right, all the screws are out. But for something to use here, there's still a screw in because it's pretty tough. Again, if you look, I am not putting any pressure on the screen. I am just physically, wow, pulling the white bezel away, which has taken a bit of doing this time. If it's your first time doing it, you've got to be a lot more gentle with that. That was exceptionally tough. Either that or I'm a wimp. I agree. Right. I don't know why I'm showing you the detail, because I've done this 1,000,001 times, but just gently ease this away. Sometimes there may be a bit of glue. Never pull, never be forceful. It's only held in by 2 rubber slats there for it to go in, and there is a metal guide which you can just lift over. Can't take the screen out yet. We've got a little bit of tape here, so a bit of tape this side. Now we can lift up, find a good point to start. This is only a 32-inch, so it's not heavy or too delicate. And we'll hide it there and we'll be fine. Now let's get this these clips out of the way. A little bit of tape on there. I don't know why. It's not staying on. We're going to take that off. Final few clips at the back here, as you can probably see. And then the final part of the job is just lifting this up. And you lift those up together, so you can put them back together. Right, lights out. Let's see how many LEDs we've got missing on this one. We may have just a few. We may have loads. I'm going to take, if I haven't taken out already, no I haven't taken the backlights out, so just once again, you can see there the backlights are plugged in. They're also plugged in there, that's the other side. So but we can now test. Sorry if the picture's a bit dark, but I need the picture to be a bit dark so I can illuminate. And I'm lighting them all up at once here. And as you can see, we have two missing on the top row, two shorted out on the top row. So I'm just going to have a look in my little cupboard behind to see if I have any of these. I don't think I do. Let's have a look, see if we can salvage something from this set. Well, this strip. Plus there, minus here. All of them working. It may be a new strip. It is. It's a brand new strip. But we can salvage it. It's not being used for anything. So, just remind me one more time which two had failed. Number 3 and 6 on the top row. Let's just take this white reflector sheet out gently. It's important as everything else. There. Right, so I've salvaged, well I say salvage, it's a brand new strip, but it's not, it's the correct LEDs for this, but it's not the correct strip for this. But we only need two, so I'm going to cut off one. We're going to do the stacking method here, and just test it. Where do I need it to be? I need an incision on that side and an incision, that won't do it, that'll do that one. So we want here and here. Unless I go there, yeah, I'm going to go there. Right, sorry, I was mumbling to myself and I don't know if you could see that. But we're going to make the first one positive is anywhere here, so I'll probably do it just there, and then the negative is on that little strip there, but I'll come further in. So it's going to be about there. Let's just test that again. So if we do a positives about there, and the negative about there, that should be fine. So let me snip that off. Now obviously this is not the way to do it if you want your set to work for a heck of a long time. If you're using this set to watch TV every single day, it just isn't. And it's not the way I'd do it if it was a customer. We'd put 2 new strips in and charge them appropriately. But this is just a way of putting a few bits together for me. So I'm going to stick that one over there. I'm going to join it all with a blob of solder. Bit of patchwork on that side. Link them together like so and we'll be fine. The other one's going to be a little bit more tricky. It's a bit tiny, but that is enough. And it's only going there. Need a piece of wire, really, don't I? Just going to tin this bit of wire. There we go, it's tinned. Hopefully you can see. This wire is just going to solder onto that, the most delicate of strokes. And that is in. Need to test that join just to make sure I've got positive and negative correct. So if I do that and I do that, all 3 should light up, and they do. In fact, if I go there, we'll have 5 lit up. We're going to put one on here next. So, same principle. Just get an LED ready to stick over. We know that the line that runs at the bottom is the negative, so I'll just make those holes ready, scrape away a bit of masking. And we know that it's the middle one. And I always double check because you don't want to end up soldering it up. So that should be positive, that should be negative, and it is. So let's tin it up. And virtually the same principle as last time. Going to scrape away. Where's it going? It's going there. So if I scrape away a bit of masking here, which is the positive feed in, put a blob on, and just link those two together, which holds it firm. Doesn't matter about the dark marks on there, it's only a bit of flux. And hopefully there's a piece of wire left, is there? No, it's disappeared. Again, just need to tin this. And it doesn't matter that it's a blob of solder. I can even make the blob bigger, because this is not an IC, this is not a FET, it's not a micro diode or anything. You want to make as good join as you can. So there's the spare bit used. We can come with some power now and just to test. Let me switch some lights off and see if all 22 diodes are now going to light up. They are. Let's put the TV back together again and see what happens. I've reassembled to the basics. I haven't tested it yet, I swear, because we still don't know. I mean, remember this TV was 10 seconds away from being thrown in a skip. Probably 5 seconds away. Now the standby light is not going to come on because the standby light technically is there. Here we go. It's in standby. Have I got... Or do I have to tickle... the main board? No, this one's got buttons. No, it hasn't. This one shouldn't have buttons on. I suppose it has. I would have thought my Vestel remote control would have been... Oh, here it is. What are we going to get? Lines? Cracks? Well, we've got backlights, and we have something. Yes. Well, that is something. That'll do, won't it? Better than it was a few minutes ago. So I'll put the rest of the TV together and I'll probably stick a DVD. It'd be nice to test a DVD. DVD. I don't know why I said it like that, but I did. Normally when it says incorrect disk, I don't know if you're seeing that. There's a message that comes up on the screen up here that says incorrect disk. And that usually means the DVD mechanism is faulty, but I have a few of those. So I'm not worried. Oh no, it was the disk.
William Hill customers are getting more every day of the World Cup. With your odds, you can create and bet on your own markets, like this one. Your odds are available.
Better turn that down just in case I get into trouble. So, it's working perfectly well. What setting is the picture on? What do you think? It's on natural, it's on auto. I am going to, power save is disabled. I'm going to put it on eco just to knock the backlights down a bit. But that is it. It wasn't what I wanted to do. I wanted to do a very quick power supply repair, but as it turned out to be, it was a very long... and once again, as you've probably noticed, it takes longer to edit two LEDs in than it does to put two brand new strips in. It does take longer, but not everyone has got the strips. Not everyone can get the strips. So if you can get something similar, obviously I've got bucket loads of them around here. It gets you back up and running again. we've saved it from the skip, literally, and that's part of the joys of this business. We stopped things going into landfill, and this really was 10 seconds away from landfill. But now it's got years more life. Years more life.